What's up, everybody? This is AP from AP Kiss Beauty, and this is your look today. Alright guys, so I got a bunch of new items for this video. I got 6 new brushes. I also have a Wet n Wild pink pigment. For the first brush, it is a large crease brush. The second brush is a large eyeshadow brush. The third brush is a angled liner brush. The next one is a concealer brush. This one is a small eyeshadow brush, and all those were 99 cents at Walgreens. I'm so excited for those. Ugh. So the first thing I'm gonna do is kind of lay you can see my movie in my mirror back there. I was watching a movie while I was filming. So I'm gonna lay my brows down with the Maybelline Brow Drama. Now I'm gonna be color correcting with the Wet n Wild Coverall Correcting Palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and read what it says on the back. Purple and yellow are opposites on the color wheel, so use yellow to cancel out any unwanted purple spots such as bruises or under eye circles. And any overly yellow spots, attack them with purple. Green and red are opposites too, so use green on anything red, which is its flushes, blemishes, you name it. And of course, white highlights. So I'm gonna be using, for my skin, I'm gonna be using the yellow and the green mostly. And as you can see, I'm dipping my finger into the green and just putting it all over the red spots where I would normally get red, which is my cheeks, my chin, and just maybe a little pimple or two. And then I know the yellow I put under my eyes. And I know it looks like a concealer, but it really is like a yellow mustard color. So I'm going to be taking the concealer brush by Wet n Wild, which was 99 cents. It is one of the new brushes. And I'm going to go ahead and take the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge and the Maybelline Master Fix Boosting Spray. And I'm going to be blending that in just a little bit. Not enough, but I'm just going to fade it out a little bit. Then I'm going to be concealing over top of all that correcting with the Maybelline Better Skin in the shade Light Medium, which I think is it's 30. Then with the MAC Fix Plus Setting Spray and that same sponge, I'm just going to blend all that in together. And that color correcting will cancel out the opposite colors that it said on the color wheel. And then it'll make my skin, like the finish, it will make it really flawless at the end. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Milani 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer. And this is in the shade 05, which is Warm Beige. And I'm going to be dotting that all over my face and then blending it out with that same sponge. Okay, so I have to apologize right now because the lighting, you're going to see the lighting go in and out throughout this whole video, and it makes me look really pale, so I'm really sorry. I'm not that pale, and the foundation actually matches. I don't know why the lighting is kind of making me look ghostly white, but I'm going to be baking with the CoverGirl True Blend Minerals in the shade 405, and then I'm going to set the rest of my face with the Real Techniques Blush Brush and the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Press Powder in the shade Natural Beige. Then, after wiping my mouth clean from that nasty foundation with the CVS wipes, I'm going to prime my eyes using the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot and the Real Techniques Shading Brush, and then I'm going to buff that out with my finger. Then I'm going to set that with that same press powder, and I'm using the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. Going into the Too Faced Semi Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, I'm going to be using the shade Mousse, and I'm going to be using this shade. You can still see my movie. I was watching Rain Down the House while I was filming this. With an e.l.f. Small concealer brush, I'm going to be mapping out the cut crease that I'm going to be using. And then I'm going to go ahead and dip into the Face Powder Contour Collection by Beauty Treats into that warm yellow shade, and I'm going to use my new one of my new large crease brushes, and I'm going to be using that as a transition color above that line that I mapped out. This brush is so fluffy and so soft, and I think it's a good brush for 99 cents. Then I'm going to be dipping back into that same palette using the shade Peanut Butter, and I'm going to be using the Revlon Duo brush, the angled side, and I'm going to just give a little bit more intensity. Ooh, a lot bit more of intensity. And then I'm going to use that same brush with no additional product and blend that out as well, so it's a seamless transition. Then one more time into that palette, I'm going to be taking the shade, I think that's Cocoa Chili. Nope, it's Hot Fudge. And I'm going to deepen that cut crease up more and then blend it out again. This look was really a trial and error look, and my bushy eyebrows didn't help the final look, but we're going to make it work. Dipping into the Coastal Scents 88 Ultra Shimmer palette, I'm going to take that purplish pink shade and just lay that down. I first used my finger, but it just really wasn't working for that much space on my lid. So I'm going to take this medium eye shading brush by Royal and Langnickel and pat that on, and then using an e.l.f. concealer brush, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild pigment, and I forget what that pigment is called. I then decided to go back in and to just kind of give it a different look, so I went into the Naked palette and I used Gunmetal to trace that line again. Then I'm going to be using the angle liner brush from Wet n Wild, and I'm going to be dipping into the Maybelline Eye Studio Blackest Black Gel Liner, and I'm going to be using this to make my wing. And then as you can see me from the wing, I'm going to bring the line in to make it a double cut crease. And then with whatever product is left over on that brush, I'm going to fill the ends in. And then I'm going to take the brush that actually comes with that gel liner and kind of fade it out. Then I decided to take Licorice in that same palette and deepen up that crease one last time, so that's just so that there can be like a nice balance. And then for mascara, I'm going to be using the Roller Lash by Benefit, and then dipping back into that Beauty Treats palette, I use the dark brown shade to contour. And for blush, I'm going to be using the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. Then I'm going to go back over my mascara with a Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara. And while that top part is drying, I'm going to go ahead and put my blush on. I feel like I'm rushing when I'm talking. Maybe these clips are going by really fast. I'm going to take Peanut Butter and on that large fluffy brush, I'm going to sweep it under my eye. And then take Licorice again on a smaller angled brush and get it kind of close to the lash line. Then with another new product, I'm going to be going into my waterline with the ColourPop Cream Gel Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Swerve. These are really, really super creamy. I just ordered another one, a purple one, so that should be fun. And then for highlights today, I'm going to be using, of course, Butter Pecan from the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. And I'm going to be putting that on my cheeks, my nose, my Cupid's bow, and I think a little bit above my brow. And then for lips today, I'm going to be using the Meet Matte Hues by Benefit, and this is in the shade Committed. And that is it for this look. Thank you guys so much for showing your love and support. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more new videos and fun moments. Don't forget to check the description box below for all my social media and all the products used. Until next time, bye-bye.